Hey y'all, we are in the Pizark.
Wholeness, wholeness.
Mm-hmm. All right, so if you hear any noises, cause we outside.
Escaping these chains. Escaping these chains.
We locked up.
They won't let us out. Oh,
Won't let us out.
buy
Okay,
our Enema PDF. Oh,
we ain't playing with you.
do your Enema every day, pretty much.
Okay, so as you can tell by the title, we going in. All right, and your spirit has aligned with this message. So listen. All right, so um, the average person when they think or you know express what they know about enemas, it would be maybe towards the hospital, doing an enema before surgery. They may deem it as shame based off of, where exactly the enema is performed, or perverse based off of the lack of knowledge that there are on the western side of the internet.
And it's with herbs too. It's not like a medical, enema. Like these are, we're talking about ancestral herbal enemas as well too.
Yes. So what I'm trying to say is that for the regular folk, it is around hospitals, shame, perversion, and whatnot. But again, like Ziggy just said, we are coming from a more ancestral wisdom, knowledge that they have left us. Because the modern medical system has demonized enemas, demonized pretty much anything ancestral. And that's okay. That's their thing. But just to let you know where we're coming from is from an ancestral perspective and lens. Like we are coming back, as you can tell by the time that we're in, we're all remembering things. We're all remembering to go back to nature, go back to the land, and nature heals. So this is also elemental. Our ancestors did this, seasonally with the different seasons, like how we would eat differently for different seasons. We would also cleanse for different seasons.
We will cleanse even just talking to the ancestors in general. Doing spiritual work, you'll cleanse first before even going to them. Going to the altar or something like that. Full moons or after menstruations, etc., or whatever it is, to seek higher like light vibration. Because even in the ancient cultures, shout out to Amata in Zulu.
Hopefully we said that right.
Yeah, hopefully. Like they call it Enema, and it means to switch on the light. Because a lot of times we feel groggy and tired, just in a dark space, more negative, doubtful, etc. And your enema, and now clear it out and bring more light into you. So it's like again, it's these things. You gotta do.
Yes. So we are holding that flame, ancestral flame with these cleanses. And based off of that, like our ancestors did these cleanses to become, an empty vessel. That way you can receive messages, you can receive what is meant for you. We can receive more of God's messages, our ancestors' messages as well, and so much more. We can be more in the present as well. But before all these ceremonies, they would go towards water and cleanse themselves. Before they gave an offering or anything like that, they would have to cleanse through water. So this is an elemental cleansing, a cosmic cleansing, cosmic nourishment. Enemas, it recalibrates our elements within our body as well. And our ancestors knew of this medicine. Water is the oldest medicine on this planet. you know we go into it every day, we take a shower in it, and of course, anyways, I'm not gonna dive in deep into the water.
I mean, it's important because the medical industry does not view it in that way. They
Mm-hmm.
view it with a very fleet, small, like bulbous enema, and it's like with like just like a wrong concoctions
Yes, a
and stuff like that.
pharmaceutical, chemical concoctions than a herbal and, a more natural because it hasn't been alchemized in 10
Organic.
different ways. Yes, an organic concoction, they would use like neem, aloe, and etc. Oh, so all across the world, you will find that many cultures and traditions incorporated enemas. Again through ceremonies.
And still do to this day. To their
Yes.
babies, doing it on babies, etc. To adulthood.
Again, not in a medical or perverted, pornographic, way of seeing things because we know how um, the world is very hypersexualized, and our ancestors are not coming from there whatsoever. Where they are coming from is becoming an empty vessel in order to receive from the higher realms. It is to release things that don't belong to us. And especially in a society that we're in, there is so much layers that we identify with that do not belong to us. You know, but it's not until we do these ancient use these ancient tools that we realize like I am not this, I am not these thoughts, I am not these feelings, and all of that, that has been programmed into me. So, like illnesses, mental illnesses, physical illnesses, ailments, and all of that, you know can be eradicated, from literally getting rid of the spiritual and emotional gunk, because it is first emotional before it is even physical. For example, how we can literally picture ourselves in an accident or whatever kind of thing that we're in, and backed by science, like we have experienced that. We have experienced that stress, everything that one would go through if they were to physically go through that accident or whatever, that they suicidal thoughts, all of that, you know. So it shows, that it is emotional and mental first before it is even physical. Hmm. All right. So, enemas again, till this day, they are practiced, all around the world, through ancient health systems that have been here way before Western medical systems, have perverse them, only use them before surgeries because that's what you need to do before, like it's the first surgery, like Brother Air would say and Mama Takoa, it is the first surgery before actually cutting oneself up,
Or even
you
before
know?
medicine like ayahuasca.
Yes. And it is the first medicine before ayahuasca or mushrooms because, we do practice using medicines, um, organic medicines in enemas, So cleansing the self first, becoming a clear vessel. That way you can be more present. And again, it is being practiced till this day, regardless of your perversion or not, in a spiritual enhancement, as a spiritual enhancement tool. It's like you just said about, in South Africa, in the Zulu tribe, it is known as Enema, and that means to turn on the light. We are reclaiming our roots, our ancestral knowledge, and we are reclaiming our light with this ancestral tool. So dive deep, check out our link in description for more, and if you'd like to hear more from us about this tool, this ancient tool, let us know in the comments below.